I never knew what I really wanted. But looking back, I can see it's all clear. I'm still a kid trying to act like they all taught me, but nothing makes sense anymore.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Chrissy, and this is Everyday Tidbits. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. Please hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell notification so that you're notified every time I post, and follow me over there on Instagram at everyday_tidbits, because I would love for you to be a part of my YouTube and Instagram family. I'm having my coffee. I just woke up, figured I would have a little chat with you guys, and thank you because we are over 1,000 now, and I am so very grateful and excited. I'm almost at the watch hour requirement too, so if you guys could just watch my videos all the way through, that would be extremely helpful for me. And I'm so excited. This happened yesterday, so cheers. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna have a little conversation with you about kids in quarantine. Our school district recently just went to all virtual for 2 weeks after the holidays so that they can clean the schools and isolate anybody that may have come in contact with anyone who was sick over the holidays to avoid spreading the virus. So as you can imagine, if those of you that have kids, it's been an extreme adjustment for these kids, and I feel horrible. For those of you that work at home, I'm sure you're feeling it too. I've been fortunate enough that I'm an essential worker. I'm a paramedic, for those of you that didn't know, that I have been leaving the house and going to work all of last year and this entire pandemic, even during the lockdown that we had last year, where businesses were closed and everybody was encouraged to stay home, and there was the curfew and all that stuff. So I have been exposed to other people and social circles at work. So I'm fortunately okay for the most part. Not 100%, because, I do come home to an empty house, except for my daughter, but my daughter for the most part is with friends every night virtually. And I come home, I shower, I take a shower, and just my routine is to pour a glass of wine, sit on the couch and watch TV and then go to bed. So it's been an exciting life. But anyway, as far as the kids, it's been an extreme adjustment for these kids. Their social skills and social life has basically been in a toilet. And the extent of their social circle has been virtually and on the phone and whatever, FaceTime. It's just not the same, because, kids that are in that, young preteen and teen phases should be dealing with normal kid things like boyfriends and girlfriends and finding your niche with your clique and your circle of friends. And being confined to your home, it's very hard to find that. And extracurricular activities are out the door, and sports for the most part, and the school clubs and stuff like that. So it's hard to get in with a group of people that have similar interests as you, and these kids are very isolated, and it's very difficult for me to see that. It's very difficult to see my daughter, isolated like that. And I wish there was some sense of normalcy for these kids, but in reality, it's not. And I'm not sure when it's going to happen, but they're missing valuable school years and young teenage years to be dealing with these things. I mean, I was just talking to my best friend from 3rd grade last night. We actually did a Zoom meeting with her family and my daughter and I. We did a Zoom meeting because the kids were playing video games and they were fighting, like literally fighting over things in the game. It wasn't even like real life issues. It was things in the game. And it caused a big blow up, and the kids were at each other's throats. And they're, not only are they friends, but they're friends of mine, and they're like family. So we immediately said that this has to be resolved. This is ridiculous. It's silly. But honestly, it's like all these kids have right now. So it's sad. It's disheartening. So this coffee is so good. But it's disheartening. So I set up a Zoom meeting with a password for my friend to join, and she had the camera with her family, and I had the camera with my daughter and I, and we basically had a group chat and resolved it. And I'm so glad we did, because now everybody's okay. The kids are in school today, and then they'll unfortunately go right back to their video game playing and hopefully be able to play civilly, because unfortunately we had to write out a set of rules to follow for, when they're playing together. And basically they're just, they're not allowed to call each other's names, and, no name calling, grab an adult for issues that can't be resolved. They can't kick each other from the game, and, such silly things that we have to do now that we as children in our generation never had to do. And it's sad. I'm really sad about it. Santa came, and Santa brought some things that we can do together that are not virtual, but like I said, it'll be just her and I, because her other really good friend is not allowed to have play dates because of the pandemic and because her mom is pregnant. So God forbid something gets back to her mom while she's pregnant. So she's not allowed to have indoor play dates. Like, they've gone to the park, which is great. So that's fun. But, it's hard because, there were parties that were canceled and stuff like that. And last summer I wasn't able to have a birthday party for my daughter because we were right in the thick of it. And I feel guilty about that. I'm hoping that this year she'll be a teenager this year. So I want to do something. I want to have a party for her. So I'm hoping that, since the vaccine's out and all, that we can get back to normal a little bit. And, these kids can start having a social life and dealing with true life issues that you need to deal with at this age in order to have the skill set for later. And virtual Fortnite and virtual Minecraft is not going to teach you those life skills, and it's breaking my heart for the kids. So anyway, I'd like to know in the comments down below, like, how are you guys dealing with this quarantine and the kids, and are your schools all virtual, or are you guys going to school? Ours went virtual for 2 weeks, but next week they start up back with their hybrid schedule, which is 2 days a week and then every other Friday. So I am torn whether I want to keep her home or not, because apparently she told me that, they bring their Chromebooks to school and they're sitting at their desks with the Chromebooks, and it doesn't make a difference if you're home or in the classroom. You're doing the same thing. You're sitting at the Chromebook while the teacher's in the front of the room with a camera teaching both of you through the Chromebook. So at this point, I'm not sure that it's even worth it to send her into school for possible exposure, and they're not allowed to socialize anyway, and she's safer at home. My whole point of getting her out of the house is to give her some social skills and get her out of the house. My daughter properly knows how to wear her mask. I have instructed her how and taught her how, to wash your hands, use the hand sanitizer if you can't, and just to generally not be in someone's face. However, she's brought to my attention multiple times that teachers, role models are not following the directions and the instructions of how to wear a mask and how to be safe. apparently in her gym class, they are packed in the gym like sardines, elbow to elbow and shoulder to shoulder. And there are some kids that are refusing to wear masks, and there are some adults of all people that are wearing masks around their chins, which is ridiculous. It's sad that we, our children look up to these people and they're just not following directions. Now, I know there's people out there that feel like they're immune to this, and it's a hoax, and it's big pharma, and it's all kinds of things that are like conspiracy theories of money making. But yesterday we reached 400,000 COVID deaths in the United States. 400,000. May all these souls rest in peace. It's very sad. I do not have anybody personally close to me that I've lost to COVID, but I do know hundreds of people that are close to me that I know, including coworkers that have had COVID, and my friends that have had COVID, and it's not a pleasant thing, and we don't know any kind of long-term effects that this has on your body, and so whether or not you feel like you're 100% healthy, there are still guidelines that you need to follow for other people, not just yourself. So I really hope that everybody who's listening to this is not being selfish, and whether or not the mask agrees with you or not, you're doing this for other people, not just yourself, your family, your friends, kids, everybody. So please wear a mask if you're out in public around other people. Now, during this pandemic, I have been taking walks and getting outside for fresh air. We went to the beach last week and walked around on the shore, and it was so nice to get out and get fresh air because, vitamin D production is very good with helping keep the COVID away. So anytime I can get out in the sun, get some sun on my head, I take advantage of it. So if you're outside and you're not around anybody, it's okay to take your mask off. But if people come around you, protect them so they can protect you and everybody else, and just wear your mask. It's really not a big deal. It's not. Don't be selfish, because everybody is suffering from this, and honestly, we all just need to come together and do our part. We just need to do our part. If we do, then hopefully we can get a hold of this thing. We're doing a really good job so far getting a hold of this thing, so that way it can be under control, everybody can get vaccinated, and this can become another dormant issue like the flu. But right now it's not. So we need every single person in the world to do their part to help us, and these kids need a normal life. They do. At this point, I think it's too late, because it's going to be a while for them before everything is normal again. And, I pray for our future. I really do, because of, everybody's hurting right now. The economy is hurting, and people are hurting, and there's people out of work, and depression is high, loneliness, it's very hard. But if we can try and do the littlest thing, like wearing your mask so that you don't get somebody sick, I don't think that's a lot to ask. All right, so at this point, I have a grocery order coming soon, and that'll be in a separate video for another day. I'll show you what I got. I did place a Walmart delivery order today, so hopefully there are no substitutions. And then I'm going to show you all in another video how to cook Valentine's Day dinner for two. And I'm going to sous vide a steak. Last time I did that, it came out so good. But anyway, I hope everyone is being safe. Thank you for coming here and chatting with me today. And anyway, now that we're at 1,000, I'm going to do that giveaway that I talked about. So I need to do some brainstorming on how I'm going to do this. And then I will announce how I'm going to set this up, so that way anyone who has subscribed to my channel is eligible for my giveaway. So thank you again so much for subscribing and getting me to over 1,000. If you're watching my videos, please make sure you watch from start to end. That also helps me. Give me a thumbs up and share this with your friends, because every little bit helps, and I really appreciate it. I hope everyone's being safe. Wash your hands, don't touch your face, wear your masks. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.